if your husband is anything like mine, he probably struggles with actually celebrating himself. And if you are anything like me, you are the queen of celebration, or as the people used to say, the minister of enjoyment. And you find any and every reason to celebrate the people that you love and just the big milestones along the way. So last year, my husband turned 30, and I remember like leading up to his birthday, I kept asking, like, okay, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to go on a trip here? Do you want to go on a trip there? Do you want to have a big party? And everything, like all roads led to, no, I think I want to just chill at the house and chill at the house. So you're turning 30 years old. God has sustained you and blessed you for 3 entire decades. We gonna celebrate. And so I'm making this video for any of you ladies out there who also are very active and like wanting to celebrate and just enjoy experiences with your husband, but he may be more on the chill vibe and not necessarily feeling as though it's that big of a deal, if you will. So we ended up going to Jamaica for his 30th birthday, and it was absolutely one of those trips that we will remember for a lifetime. So let me take you through like how I validated his opinions while also encouraged him to think bigger. So I remember one day he was sitting on the couch, and this was probably like January or February. His birthday's in July. And so he's sitting on the couch, and I'm like, babe, I want to show you something. And I connect my laptop to the TV, and I remember just being like, all right, so we need to celebrate you for your birthday. Like, this is actually not an option. And so I had prepared a whole entire PowerPoint deck and had 4 different cities that I had selected. I did a ton of research leading up to this. So I know one was Cabo, Punta Cana, Montego Bay, and then there were a few places in Costa Rica that I had selected. So I had each of the cities. I then had the cost of the flight to get there. I also had 2 to 3 different hotels that I had done research on, and the prices for those as well. And I think the last thing I had was like the vibe. Like, this is what you can expect to feel if you select this location versus that location. And I think the beauty in this was like, I don't remember if I actually was like, this is why you need to feel celebrated, but I'm sure that was like baked in the many discussions that we had leading up to this. But I did give him autonomy of letting him pick the city. And he ended up going with Montego Bay. Now, if you've been to Montego Bay before, you know that there are several hotels to choose from. The big thing that I wanted to prioritize for him was relaxation. Like, last year was a lot, and I knew that for his birthday, he honestly, not even just for his birthday, like as a traveler, he could honestly sit at the he could honestly stay at the resort for 7 days and 6 nights and be fully satisfied, versus me, I'm like, where are we going? Like, what excursions are we going on? All that jazz. But I remember, Brianne, this is not your birthday trip, this is his. So I prioritized the all-inclusive hotels because obviously, like, we wouldn't have to worry about going anywhere to get dinner besides going downstairs. And within the all-inclusive hotels, I have been to a few in Montego Bay, but the one that will forever and always have my heart, tried and true, is S Hotel. And what I love about S Hotel, one, is like less than 10 minutes from the airport, which is great, especially compared to like a lot of the hotels in the Grill, or even other parts of Montego Bay. So yeah, really close proximity to the airport. Beaches are stunning in that part of Montego Bay. And between their service and their food and the hotel rooms themselves, immaculate. I went there for my bachelorette trip back in 2023, and I remember like the reviews, the TikToks, like nothing did justice for like what it actually felt to experience that hotel. And so of course I was biased when I was showing him hotels, and I was like, if you want one where we don't have to question nothing, like, we already know, bro. And answer question, nothing wrong in it. Yeah, like S Hotel was just like everything. He's a big foodie. He wanted the relaxation. He wanted to be in the sun. And so that's what we went with. It was a win-win. So I, not just for this trip, but transparently, the hotel that I stay at or the villa that I stay at, no matter whether I'm hosting a retreat, no matter if I'm planning a family trip, a vacation, or if I'm doing solo, like where I lay my head at night and where I wake up, it sounds selfish as I say this, and it is, but like I know that there's a certain standard that we will not go below when it comes to accommodation. So I always do pick the accommodation, and I'm glad that we didn't have to tussle over any of the other resorts or hotels in Montego Bay. But yes, so that was step 2. Now step 3 was really defining the dates, how long we were going to go, and any potential excursions. As I mentioned earlier, my husband is more of the, relax, and maybe we'll dabble into cultural stuff here and there. So when we arrived in Montego Bay, there were absolutely no excursions planned. We did end up booking this full day. I wouldn't really call it an excursion, but it was like a full day driver, because I did want him to experience other beaches and other parts of the island. It was his first time in Jamaica. So we ended up hiring a driver, and we actually got his referral through another guest at the hotel that was also from the US. And so she was just sharing, like I could tell by her energy, like it was not her trying to be sleazy at all. Like she was like, if you want to go, just like have a day to yourself, like that's your guy. So we went with him and explored a few other parts of Montego Bay. Then he took us up to Negril, and we spent hours at the beach. Ended up going to, is it Rick's Cafe? I forget the name of that part of, like, top part of Negril. I'll go back and check, but I'm pretty sure it was called Rick's Cafe. That was a fun time, and it was just such a memorable day where it was quite the contrast from the rest of the days that we were in Jamaica, where we were hanging out by the pool, hanging out at the beach, like just enjoying life. So I think the reality is sometimes our men do need us to be the yin to their yang. Like and this is not just with men, but I think as I have done more and more trips with friends and celebrated more and more birthdays with them, and even like smaller milestones, like it's just so important that we stay true to who we are, being the ministers of enjoyment. Like we brighten their days, we brighten their lives, and it's just, life is short. So if you have been thinking about like hosting or even just like planning a trip for you and your partner, highly recommend like just starting off with like, hey, I know you said you won't stay at home and all, but here's this whole entire PowerPoint that I spent hours on. And here's why you... Oh, Lord, I just had another cup of coffee and I'm feeling it all. But nonetheless, start off with the deck. Just get like 3 to 4 different places that you know that your partner would enjoy. Figure out the, the budget. I don't even know that word. What's a budget? Figure out the budget for your flight, your hotel. Like have that all written out so that that part is very crystal clear and up front, so that there's no resentment on the back end, child. And then from there, like give them a bit of autonomy to like choose where they want to be. And then if you're the type that's particular about where you stay, then you already know, like have that list of places to choose from, where no matter what they say, even if they choose the one that you're not the biggest fan of, you know that you're gonna, have a quality stay. So that's the second thing. And then third thing is like, all right, now that we got the 2 big things out the way, what dates are we booking these flights? How long are we staying? And then do we want to add on any excursions? So we had a time. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like. And if you want to see more videos like this, please be sure to subscribe. I will be talking about my Baecation, celebrating my hubby's 30th over the next few days, and would love for you to stay tuned in. And hopefully this helps if you are also looking to plan a vacation in the near future. So without further ado, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.